And you're tuned into Anything Goes on member-supported WFDU FM. I'm Lise Avery. I'm speaking with Ken Wolfe, who is the playwright and the star of The People in My Hips, which is really an extraordinary piece of theater, you guys, and definitely worth a look-see at the Manhattan Repertory Theater on 42nd Street. So, Ken, tell us a little bit, because am I going to go to the theater and have, is this like kind of a soap opera thing?
No.
I couldn't believe how well you balanced the humor, but how did you how did you find the humor in this situation?
Well, part of my process as a man, as a human being, is I always look for the upside of things. I always look for the upside. So when this was all going on, and when I started writing the play, I said, I got to try to make this play, well, not exactly fun, but it's got to be humor to it. And there were events that happened to me during this process that were funny. And so in the process of telling the story, I made a point to find, whenever things got dark, I'd find a way to make it light. And my whole intention is, I don't want to have this be an evil, dark play where you walk out and you feel miserable. I want this to be a play about how you have the possibility to change. I had the possibility. And if you are upbeat about things, if you're passionate about things, if you get curious about things, you can change anything. So that's why I made it fun, because I want people to go for the ride with me. If it's too dark, people are going to shut down. I want them to go for the ride with me. It's not an easy ride, but it's fun at times, and that's what I love about it.
It's about the little true voice that we all have with us and allowing that to speak. I think we all recognize that voice when it shows up. It's a matter of whether or not we have the space and the wherewithal and the courage to allow that voice to have a voice, and for us to act based upon that information. Again, you guys, I'm going to harp on this only because I can't believe that Ken's been doing a run of these, but because of his very busy schedule, there are only 2 shows left for the moment. Those are Saturday the 11th at 3 and Saturday the 18th at 3. And if you would like to grab yourself a pair of tickets, the telephone number for Manhattan Rep is 646-329-6588. 646-329-6588. And Ken, tell us a little bit more about how you wrote The People in My Hips, and how much material did you have, and how did you cull it down to, it's about an hour and 20 minutes, right?
Well, originally, the play in script form is about 45 pages. Originally, it was 90 pages.
Oh, wow.
I literally cut out half of the stories of The People in the Hips because I had a huge amount of events and stories that happened. But I really wanted to streamline it into the story of how I cured myself in the process of going to different therapists and things that I did, and the way I figured my way out of my extreme PTSD. So it was an interesting process.
Post-traumatic stress disorder. He just says it like that, and we're supposed to follow. PTSD. Yeah.
So it was interesting paring it down to tell the story as succinctly and as filled with humor, and deal with the dark subject too in a way that it could work. Mm-hmm. So, and still in the process as I continue to grow, because we're going to be doing it again sometime in the future, I'm sure. I'm sure we'll be doing it again sometime in the future. So I'll continue to refine it and have some fun with it, and make it even better.
Even better. Well, I don't think I know a single artist who doesn't hate or wish they had the opportunity to change something as soon as it's behind them, right? As soon as the album's in the can, oh no, So it's wonderful that you expect that you'll be able to perform The People in My Hips again. Now, I want to ask you about the various people you went to for assistance, because I know that that's part of the text of The People in My Hips. But what I'm going to do is, since we've already heard Frank Sinatra and I've got you under my skin, I brought another People in My Hips type song in for you, Ken Wolfe. I've got Maurice Chevalier, and you've got that thing.
That's great.
And we'll be back with more with Ken Wolfe, the artistic director of the Manhattan Repertory Theater and the star of The People in My Hips, and your chance to win yourself a pair of tickets to this terrific production. After we hear from Maurice Chevalier here on Anything Goes, I am Lise Avery. Thanks so much for tuning in.